Hello and welcome to another edition of Sierra Leone Media Live on YouTube and Facebook. And welcome to the Thursday edition of How to Go Inside the Republic. Well, I be say to na previously not to me get the problem na Juma. It's you not see we for the past couple of weeks. I don't sky for direct Juma say it's a war. And one in defend money na that democracy in America when they exist, but it kind of look like say they exist. But anyway, I want to say hello to and welcome back to another edition. I know say una don't wait for we for quite some weeks now. We apologize once more. We were caught up with so many different things that would happen within the communities them locally and also back home. In the UK, we get some shots believed that we don't happen to we for the past couple of weeks. So basically, we were a little bit tied down for do some of the community stuff they already do, and of course the emotional trauma where most people need to go on with, go find for me to come and still they do life issues the way people then go begin think of what thing they happen here and what thing they happen back home and what thing they happen to loved ones. And so we kind of take that short break for the one with the lost and loved one them some elements of respect and make sure say we self help and support from one with them. But all said and done, we're still here today again, and we hope so we'll continue from this one today for like we begin put the discussion that we would always know for say we want for bring council now for making ourselves get part of what we do and make our own contribution. Well, before I go any further, they can introduce me Koto of the Kotos. Not that Koto about school, then are the fake Koto there. This now we own Koto, we get the name Koto Juma. No, Juma not get Ramadan Pine, but they put on Juma Ramadan Bar. Welcome to the program, Juma Bar.
All right. Thank you so much, T-Boy Fambule Muna. Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning. And I will also say good night because within the Caribbean, so sometimes and you can say good night, depending on whose part you find yourself. We welcome now to the platform again. It's going to be an exciting program today again. We'll get a special guest for now. Like T-Boy say, how they go inside the Republic. We talk about any and everything Sierra Leone. And we get for be part of the discussion. We get for be part of the process, because if you not put your mouth inside it, somebody will put your mouth inside it for you, and not to how you want for let them talk for you. Then will talk. So come in, share the program, like and subscribe, and make sure say you engage with the program and get ask you questions, make you comment to we guest as well. But when I know your rule now, do it respectfully and responsibly. We didn't also for make sure say we talk to ourselves, we engage with ourselves, not to for disrespect ourselves. So I'll make that disclaimer here. Okay, so welcome, and we happy on a day with we, and we get a special guest for now. When Honorable Osman Abdal Timbo, when a sitting member of parliament representing the All People's Congress, one of the, I would say, constituencies or areas. Now, Freetown, because with the PR now, we don't know who that they represent, whose constituency or whose constituency will exist or will not exist at all. But hopefully, in a short introduction, I know say, una all sabia, we all sabia, but for the benefit of the program, it will introduce himself to we, let una area from self. Honorable Usman Timbo, welcome to CIGM Media Live on Facebook, YouTube, and other social media platform. Them one for let you say I do to fumble them first, then we will start proper.
Fumble them on our door, and thank you very much, Juma T-Boy, and for having me and Femi. Thank you.
Thank you so much for making time. And like when we say, Honorable Osman Abdal Timbo, a sitting member of parliament, but also we know say then can say you dey get the leader where you deserve. Now we role, now we responsibility for choose we leaders them. The leaders that we want for help, for guide we country go before, and for ensure say then do the things them we matter to the 8 million Sierra Leoneans. Honorable Usman Abdal Timbo, na a young man with the aspire for lead the All People's Congress. and also the aim for be president na salon. So today we can talk to her for let's tell we waiting and the urge, waiting at the motivation, in vision, all of that. We can talk to her. We engage and small on them things and day. But one for use this platform for congratulate us for two things first. Firstly, officially age-wise, according to the APC, which is the Sierra Leone 1991 Constitution, it officially reached the age 40 for qualify for contest for be president na salon. So if not by age you dey watch, he's qualified. So the other one, of course, that is city member of parliament. So if he's now by parliament for other for good parliament, they back qualify. But would they engage as small as they go. The other thing we want for congratulate him on as well. Now on the personal level, we see Boku picture them all over the place that it all welcome a new addition to the family. We want to say congratulations to you, your wife, and the family, and wish you all the best on behalf of CRGM Media and reviewers them. So let me go over to you, Honorable Timbo. How have you been? How are things? You don't sleep. You net you they sleep or not during the day they sleep, or that they dictate your sleep pattern.
Well, thank you very much for all the compliments. And if you ask me how I have been, I will tell you, say, I'm in a very, very good place. When you get boy picking, you can feel like really excited as a man. But the more you get girl picking them, that you feel like that it hits differently. And for me, this is not the second one. And this is not public, this is not media. I mean, a public platform, and I know one talk about how they feel the older one not feel like say, well, I'm being biased. So, but I will tell you, I'm really good. In terms of my sleeping schedule, my wife is a real fighter. She's a very strong person. We share, but most times, even though we don't share the net, it's still into the invading me on time, which is fine. I accept on that way, but we all the try. We're in a happy place.
Awesome. Thank you. We're happy to hear that. And we appreciate the young addition. Go be somebody we go be of benefits to family, to community, country, and the world at large. So let's start. You're here to talk to us as Sierra Leoneans. We don't see your declaration that they aspire for lead the All People's Congress. You they aspire for lead Sierra Leone. But before we go yonder, we know say you don't talk about Uda na Osman Abdal Timbo, but me and T-Boy no ever get an opportunity there for no Udat na Osman Abdal Timbo from your own voice.
Well, Mina Usman, and Mina, member of parliament, like how you say. Mina, lawyer also. I don't serve the APC up to the position of Deputy National Secretary General, and I recently resigned. But more importantly, Mina, happily married man. Mina, community person. And I think my guiding principle is fairness for God and also the belief in fairness and equality. So I think that is me. I've lived all my life, all the 40 years you talk about. I've lived in Sierra Leone. And I'm a student of life. I know what you say. I know many things, so I know everything. But I would also tell you, say, I'm a willing learner. I'm a very good listener. And I'm a servant of the people. Whatever I do, I put God first. And after God, I put the people. Many times I feel like I put myself in the back burner, or even my family, I put in the back burner when it comes to service to humanity and my nation. So in a nutshell, that is who I am.
All right. Thank you so much. And so let's go to the important question. You're running to lead the APC. You want to lead Sierra Leone. Why?
I think it's a divine inspiration. When I say that, I don't say it lightly, but I feel service for me is divine. Not something when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and ordained. And not just sit down and feel like, oh, I'm the best person, or I get all the qualifications or even the experience. Because running for presidency, I'll tell you that whatever experience you don't gain before cannot prepare you for the presidency. What we don't miss over the years, that the kind of people they elect for be leaders. Most times we elect based on sentiments, or either this person I'm a tribesman, or this person, oh, is having me, so if you get power now we don't enjoy, so, or now we come out of the same area, and sort of other things. Or some man they come and begin calling you because you get this other qualification or this other exposure. And I feel that's where we're missing it. I think most importantly is about how you see mortal man, how you don't live your life with humility and fairness for God. If we start to choose leaders based on that, then I think we'll get leaders then we really go serve Salon very well. So for me, like I say, it's a divine inspiration. I feel like you said earlier, I'm qualified by constitution. I've always said I'm putting myself forward for service. I don't want to bambai. I get a regret and I'm aid say, okay, Osman, you were qualified. You not ask the people, say, look me. So I have presented myself to the people and say, look at me. The decision is yours. I mean, I one green vote I get because I'm a member of parliament as a delegate. But the other 1,850 people, because me make 51, then I get for make a choice. And that responsibility then at the end. And now I make it reach that point. I'm qualified. They don't see me all this while I keep myself behind. The decision I take for do this is not an easy one. It is not like I get all the money what I would need for this. It is not like I feel like I get all the experience what I need for this or anything. But I feel like I have to put myself forward and make the people then say no. If the people say no, I will be one person who will accept that decision day, where the system that is used for conduct our elections is a free, fair, and credible system. So, like I said, I'm putting myself forward for the people for make a determination, and I'm doing this also because I feel it's a divine responsibility for me to do it, to serve my people and to serve my nation, especially that I'm constitutionally qualified to do it.
Okay. Thank you so much for that. So let's go back because I mentioned the age. I mentioned you qualify for being member of parliament, but this is possibly running for the presidency of the country. And the reason why I ask this question for most of the aspirants who don't get is for the public record. That have you done your homework? You're not a lawyer, you're not a lawmaker, you're not a senior citizen, you're not a party person we serve na the secretariat, we play a pivotal role for draft the APC March 2022 Constitution. Are you qualified on all angles, on all fronts, from the party to the country, that you're qualified to say if you present your credentials, your papers today, there's not going to be no if, no buts, no why? Are you qualified to run for this position?
There's a simple answer to that. For you qualify for one for the presidency, you just need to be qualified for be a member of parliament. There's only one additional thing there. Two things. We separate from the qualifications of a member of parliament. Number one, if I don't reach the age of 40 at the time we run, that's in 2028. And number two, if I belong to a political party. I belong to the APC. I've been an APC member for many, many, many years. Over 15 years, I've been a member of the APC. Number two, in terms of age, I'm qualified. I've reached the constitutional age. And the most important date, in 2028, I'll be 43 years old. So I'm qualified from every angle you're asking about. So me, you don't need to go too far for us, go begin do investigations and all. Already I'm a member of parliament means I'm qualified based on all those requirements. I just need the other two, where I'm a member of APC, I belong to a political party, and I'm of age.
Okay, so family where they listen, Honorable Osman Timbo say, per constitution, per law, is qualified and meet all the requirements then for run, for lead the APC and Salon. So we don't deal with that issue. T-Boy will come inside just now because T-Boy, when I get an asked question them, me, they say me na APC. So when I talk to people, I know they ask question, and they ask the question they were supposed to ask. Honorable, you don't tell me about your divine calling. You don't tell me, say you they put yourself forward for let the people make their decision or choice at the end of the day. You don't tell me, say you want for B. All man want for B. But good people want for B. What makes you think you have what it takes to lead the APC and also to lead Sierra Leone?
I've always said I'm an open book. I don't tell you, say I don't do a salon for all my life. The assessment as to whether it can be me or it should be me, that has to be the decision of the people. Like I said earlier, people have to make conscious efforts for analyze the people that will lead them. Based on the track record. Like I say, I've been a public figure for all my life. You will know if me get controversy around me. You will know if me not possibly Ben. You will know if me not possibly they lead a very indecent personal life. You will know whether me not possibly they'll ever accused for corruption and other things. So with that, the assessment is with the people. Like I say, I'm an open book. You can ask me any question. Whenever I do these interviews, some people can call me and ask me which topics to discuss. And I tell them, whatever topic you want to discuss, bring them on. I have never prepared for any interview. I just say things authentically without thinking about what kind of question they can ask me or which kind of question they can ask. I'm just prepared to answer questions authentically. So in terms of, and I will tell you I'm better than any other aspirant. Everybody has served in different capacities. I feel, well, it's for the party for do their assessment about whether people that meet the constitutional requirements for contest. But I feel there are very many qualified, experienced aspirants also in this race. It is just for the people to make that decision as to who best will serve, knowing the record we don't set over the years. Plenty of people have been around, they don't serve. Plenty of people you will talk about states. But I want to see, may somebody come and talk about me on stage. And one thing I also say now that my age is my strong point. I am the youngest person so far in this race. And what I come with is a lot of energy. An energy way, and not just a talker, it's energy that I've shown before. People know the role I played before the 2018 elections in Parliament, what happened with me in Parliament, the transformations we are being into the APC with the new constitution, even the new membership, the service we I rendered as Deputy National Secretary General, how I was when I've been the work as an officer of the courts in the judiciary, what I've been doing when I was at State House as an advisor on investments, and what I don't do in a Parliament. So for me, I have rounded experience, both in governance, in all three arms of government, the legislature, that's not Parliament, the executive, as an advisor there, and then the judiciary, whether the court system, as well as my experience within the party. I have served the party from the lowest level, not call them the lowest level, from the youth level up to the national level. So I understand the party, I understand the nation. I have been in the periphery, in the corridors of power, so I understand what they make things succeed and why things not succeed. But at the same time, all through these years, with all these experiences where I don't gather, nobody has ever come and said, okay, Timbo, now this kind of corrupt person, or not so, or so, or so, you don't pull people. So that is who I am. And that is why I feel, I don't know if I get an edge, but I know I am prepared. And if it happens and me win this, I will be best placed to serve in the interest of the APC and the nation for moving nation go forward.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much. Like I say, so we have a question from the chat group. I will come soon for talk about your vision and other plans for the country. But I just want to let we deal with the other issue because again, this again is part of confidence building, is part of let the public know exactly what you're made of. So Matilda is asking, what is the difference between you and the rest? And what lessons have you learned about leadership and humility in that makes you the best person for people to consider?
I think it's part of what I answered before, what makes me different. I don't think it's different. It's just that this is my package that I have. Everybody has their own strong points or the weaknesses. I have told you what I have. I've told you about my experiences in all three arms of government. This is not something where I don't think there's any one person we don't declare so far we go tell me say they get experience in the judiciary, executive, and legislature. Some people might have experience in two, some might have in one, some might have in zero. But I'm telling you, I have in all. Apart from that, coming into the party again, I have experience from the youth level up to the national level. I was um, a deputy youth leader for the Western area. I became the national executive secretary for the Youth League. Then I was a part of the legal team of the APC. And then I became the Deputy National Secretary General. So I've served at all levels of the APC. As a member of parliament also, you're a member of the constituency executive, you're a member of the district executive, you're a member of the regional executive. So all those I have served in those capacities. So it means I have a blend of experience that puts me in a unique position that not a single person within the APC now, or we don't show interest, can say they have all that experience put together. And the most important thing, or the thing we have sweet past all is, this is this very young man, a very young man who was served in all these capacities, and yet still is still holding head high, and in other skeletons stand coupled. So these are the things that make us stand out. I don't think it make me better than them, but it make me stand out amongst them. At the same time, he asked what lessons I have learned. I have learned a lot of lessons. And you know, when they say politics is not a bad game, I agree. Many times I tell people I am not a politician, I'm a lawyer who is in politics. Because the connotation where people don't put on politicians is always negative. And I feel I get an understanding of why people think anybody who don't become a politician, not a bad person. Well, political parties are not bad. It is the individuals who come into politics who make politics look like a bad thing. Many people see politics as an opportunity for get to some level. Many people see politics as, if all else don't fail, like come to politics. That is why they see people they do bad things them just because when in a power, thinking that, if they sack me I just know, what else am I gonna do? I'm not getting no side for go, I'm not getting anything for fall back on. So for me, I not see politics as an opportunity for make I enrich myself. I not see politics as an opportunity for make I popularize myself. I see politics, like I say, as a divine call and a responsibility for serve my nation. For me, what is most important is, at this young age, I want when I old and tired to I left footprint on the sands of time. Let people say, yes, Osman Timbo was a leader, and this and this and this, nine left us in legacy. For me, I value legacy because I come from a family where they value legacy. My grandpa Alajiwo, for the older folks and even the younger folks, they know what I be. My granduncle, they know what he do. Ajibujalo. People know about those people. Come to me, daddy, when I've been former Chief Justice, and then before he died, fuller tribal headman. People know the role we then play. And so for me, they've left marks on the sands of time. For me, it is not me now. Anything what I do now, people have associated with my family. So I will be careful or ensure say myself can leave good footprints for me picking them. Because tomorrow bambai, when me go down all entire, me picking it don't grow. It's either people then come and do me picking them bad, say, oh, na so your papa being bad, or then do them good, like how they do me now, say, this na so in papa been do good, na so in grandpa been do good, or do bad. So that is what is most important for me. But the lesson I've learned is that there's so much deception in politics. I've learned the hard way. In 2018, for example, I won elections, I went to parliament, then pulled me in a parliament. I'm not going to talk here now everything what I don't learn about the surrounding circumstances leading to my removal from parliament, the people that will let me down, and how we did at this moment. I've served in the party also, I've seen deception. I did through the 2023 election cycle. I understand exactly what happened. So I have learned from that. I've also seen people who are in power now, and most of those people are people who all been in college together, or plenty of them. And I don't see the politics where they play. Politics will use for play, the tell the university, and bring and come into national politics, and they are really wrecking this nation. We then come way out in the play politics. So I've learned a lot. I cannot talk about all of that strategy here, but I'll tell you I've learned a lot, and it has changed my perception and perspective about life and politics and leadership.
All right, thank you so much, Honorable Timbo. I will go back to the chat group soon, but I'll come to T-Boy. I don't keep him at the sideline for a while. Let himself come in and ask or engage you a little bit, then we will come back.
Right.
All right, Scott Joma, thank you very much. Well, you don't tell me, say me not belong, but no problem. I do Saturday. Let me no more.
And you not belong. Yeah, now we did it. So would enjoy the na this sweet scam.
All right, I didn't go. Do not entice me properly. I need some proper gravy, the nico for cow. It. But anyway, thank you very much, Timbo, for majority of your analysis on your background and grassroots of what you have done within the party structure and also in your career path. I know you're a very fine young man, and many people are not scared for aspire to what you want to do so, but they haven't had the opportunity to do so, either because they haven't told the line when they were younger, they haven't been prepared themselves for make sure they're in the position where they so right now. But could they jealous you? So not get wrong, say some man they talk bad about you because they're not like some man just the jealous no more say, me for don't did it. But always get this notion as alone if Timbo can do it, what make me say no good one. But in this race right now, I see a lot of young people that are involved in pushing themselves forward to become flag bearer for APC as a political party. You think is a natural cause for the way for change for making young people then take the front line of politics? Because remember back in the days, like you say, you come up from the grassroots end of a deputy youth leader or youth person, we don't go from that wing they right up to where you are. But you've been involved in so many strong structural administrative structures of the party itself, and you find yourself for those ideas. So you feel like a revolutionary trend for making young people then decide, say, well, now this is our time to come out and take leadership. What's your take on that?
Firstly, I think it is not a revolutionary trend. It is a transitional trend and an evolutionary trend. Anytime we change one come, it's young people who will lead that change. And this is not the first time it's happening. I will take even in the not too long history of the APC. And I want for bringing into context President Koroma in the early 2000s till he win elections in 2007. So President Koroma wasn't part of the structure per se without a title. He was very young, in his 40s too. And then he decided for come and put himself forward for challenge that at the time the status quo. That was the Eddie Toure, the Seri Kamals, the Osho Williams, the ML Bangura, etc., etc. These people were the established status quo in the party at the time. And when President Koroma came, they say, who's small about this, who's come out, who's experience where you get within the party for make you come and do this. But what people be needed at the time, and the slogan where it come with, now be a new APC. Not that the APC before President Koroma not be not do well, but the more somebody they now place an environment, the more people they get things against them, the more people they hate them, the more people want to see change. One thing that is constant in life is change. People against, even if you and you eat the same process every day, for instance, you get tired with it, you get fed up. So that is what happened at the time President Nkrumah came with this new APC slogan, a new face, fresh energy. A lot of battles here and there, then go courts and do all sort of things and try to disqualify him. My dad was the Chief Justice at the time. I know what happened too. And then he was allowed to run. And with that new energy, President Nkrumah will win and APC will come back in power. APC has served all through that time. I mean, the 10 years or so or a little more will serve. Many people now in this executive were there too. And people at the time will not say clearly we lost the 2018 elections, but definitely we did better in 2012 than what we do in 2018. This is not because human beings by their nature, that they lost interest as the years to go by. Maybe that affected the APC and people wanted to see change. Now with Dr. Samora Kama having done 2 terms as the leader of the party, and people see this as an opportunity for transition to new leadership, I think it is not new that we see young people coming forward. Maybe the proliferation, if I will call them that, of young people now make everybody they raise eyebrows now and say, oh wow, the young people are want for take over the party. But it's not the case. It's not just the young people who are trying to take over the party. It is just a generational shift. Naturally, as time they go, the energy of the older folks not to be the same again. The experience of the old, as much as the relevance now, because of technological advancements, you see that it become outdated, and you need people who get experience with dealing with the changes in the world now for come forward. Also, another thing we don't happen at that. If people look at the trend of the leadership, I mean the presidency of the nation, the age of the presidents don't they reduce consistently. President Nkrumah took power at 53, correct? Then President Bio took power also at 53. It is likely that you go for being the age younger than that. It is what is happening naturally. Maybe you had to John Kaba, who was older than President Nkrumah. President Nkrumah a bit older than President Bio. Definitely, me not think that the person who will come and succeed President Bio will be older than President Bio. And again, it's an effort in futility for we leaders then. President Nkrumah been saying they lay in life for the young people and they hand over the APC to the young people. If then young people you don't grow, you don't mentor, they don't reach this point, then you still tell and say they're young, then that's a failure of the system. And that's a breach of the promise with President Nkrumah and in government at the time they make to the young people of this nation. We want to make the people of the nation and even the older folks know say that promise where they may make, that train where they may train we during the time we President Nkrumah been in a power. We don't mature now. We don't reach the age for make ourselves take leadership and to try with people them and we nation. So it is not a revolution, but an evolution, and it's a natural evolution we will accept gladly.
Okay. I hear your points on the evolution of young people taking control of leadership in various different capacity, especially when it comes to political parties, example for APC. But what we have learned or seen over the past couple of, I would say within the past 10 years, young people has been given plenty opportunities in governance, given ministerial positions, head of parastatals, appointed for various different high-level administrative appointments, and we don't see the outcome of that. And to be very honest, I am well over the presidential age. I'm above 50, to be precise. But when you look at the age range at which we get the younger generation that have been given opportunity to serve in governance, Personally, I think they have let the young generation down. Ernest Koroma, in tenure of office in 2 terms, he gave a lot of opportunities to young people to serve in governance. He made some ministers, he made some senior ministers for very senior portfolios. But we see the downfall of what they did. And the current President Bio government is possibly the most youngest, and we see the kind of issues that already we don't begin face with. Grounded issues of corruption, grounded issues of malpractice, abuse of power, grounded issues of things then we lack of experience, lack of knowledge, nuggets, no political will, they don't have a political base. So these are all people who are young and they've been brought into governance at the early stage of their career pathway. Some of them not even left university themselves. Yet some still there in a position they still try for study. There is nothing wrong with that. But you feel say what has gone through the mindset of young Sierra Leoneans during your days, and as we speak currently, the ones that are serving and the ones that have served before have enough experience to manage those positions that they were given to manage. And now that younger people are coming for the biggest office in Sierra Leone as becoming presidential aspirant, knowing that to become a president for a country is not the same as running a social club, it's not the same as running a political party. It governs the entire nation with a minimum of 7 point something million people. What do you think should be the experience level for a younger person of that capacity for manage and for rule a people of maybe a country of maybe 7 point something million?
I will answer at the end what you think about the experience of the young person. I'll answer that at the end of my comments here. But one thing I will say in a fallacy now that this accusation of young people failing, you know, it is I won't say it's neither here nor there, but at the same time, we've tried old people.
Mhm.
Some of them have succeeded, others have failed. We've tried old people, young people, equally, it's the same thing. So for say the age gets anything for do with whether the person will serve well or he serve bad, I not subscribe to that. It is about the person's integrity. It is about the person's readiness to really serve with humility, honesty, and putting the nation and its people first. When it comes to young people and their experiences, there's a time where I feel like experience matters so much. But it get me to this point where I sit up and think and like, it is not about experience. You can take the most experienced person and you can do the worst thing. If that person not get integrity, it'll destroy past the person will not get nothing. And the reason why I say this, I don't like to always make reference to him because the way he took power, that was something we are going to encourage. This is President Traore of Burkina Faso, a man who is almost 4 years younger than me. He had zero experience in governance, but what he had was the discipline within the from the military. Even though some people will say, "Oh, it's indiscipline for make you even go overthrow." But on another hand, you will also look at me and say, "Well, the responsibility of the army is to ensure that they secure the nation. And if they feel like the nation is not going the way it's supposed to go, that's why he did what he did." So it depends on what school of thought you're looking at. For say, okay, the way how we take power in Burkina Faso was through an indisciplined way, an illegal way. But what I want to focus on is how he is served. Talk about other young people who don't take power in other parts of Africa now, and even the world, and see how they're serving. These people had zero or even little experience in governance. But because they were determined to make change, but because they were determined, they know say now responsibility, they get a sacred responsibility. These people are delivering on what they on the part now the city where they occupy. So for me, I'm saying that you need experience, you need this kind of age here and there. Mm-mm. It counts for nothing for now. Waiting this leader need forget a discipline, na integrity, a humility, and also for no say, you know to the person we get all the sense not to you one get for can deliver on all of this. What you should be able to do also, if you be strong enough for no say, I can bring strong people in my cabinet, in my governance, for strong and fit people, for ensure say, then deliver wherever they put them. You should be strong enough for able to put together a team. If I feel say T-Boy are the right person for deliver in the Ministry of Education, not put on them to because T-Boy sabi me. Not to because T-Boy will come and answer me say yes sir on anything I say. But T-Boy will challenge me and tell me say, Pa, yes, Mr. President, I feel this is what is right and that is what is wrong. That is the type of leader that we need. Somebody will able bring the team together. Somebody will able be the captain of that team. The captain of the team, even in football, is not the most exquisite player, but the person will able to show leadership qualities, will able to bring them together in difficult moments. And that doesn't take age. And I will end with this. As a believer, as a Muslim, and even believers, whether you're Christian or whether you're whatever it is, people who know the Quran and the Bible could tell you that the people who got appointed or anointed as leaders were very young people. Allah not say they choose the way get sense person all. And also they choose the way old person all. He chose his leaders from young people with the energy for lead the people out of the bondage where they're in at that particular time. As Muslims, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, started his evangelism in his 30s. For Christians, Jesus Christ started his in his 30s and died in his 30s too. So you see, from a religious standpoint, youthfulness is something that God has blessed. Even in governance, with the experience of late, you see that youthful leaders are the ones who are making the change in the world. At the United States now, Juma Asef, the United States, you T-Boy, you Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Barack Obama, all these people who led the youthful movement, the change in the world, these people were young people. They had zero experience, but they were determined to make the change. And I call on every young person, and I call on every Sierra Leonean for celebrate young people, for put them belief and trust in young people. Not say just because a few young people who are part of a system don't fail. That means if you give the ultimate decision to a young person, that young person themselves go fail. Not forget, these young people we serve, they were answerable to people them. If you lead a ben, what you want, what you leader want for your now you tell them. If you get a bad leader, everybody underneath the bad. Sometimes now that don't happen. Maybe we don't get bad leaders, we don't make even a young man that we come under see the room for make them play bad. That is why they did bad things. But if they meet a leader where no say, I know they tolerate this, then they will not do it. They will not do it. Go back. Oh, go outside. Go. Sorry, my son there. Sorry, just 1 second.
All right, thank you very much, Honorable Timbo. I know say you know family man. You don't prove say you know family man. Koto Juma, welcome back, Honorable. Like I say, you don't show say you know real family man. I will take you back
It a
to.
multitask.
I tell you,
I
I'll
am. Oh,
take you back
I am.
to an interview we possibly go live a couple of years ago. I think it was the president or so was in a press conference in I think in Russia, and then he became inside the room.
Sorry. I
And
know.
the mama me get for 100 meters for Kampuli became inside the room because she doesn't know what was happening. I think it was an ambassador to China or Taiwan, an English ambassador to China or Taiwan. I think he was giving an interview in his house or at home, and then in picking one kind of interview room, they wave come out with speed for can pick him up. That's exactly what Timbo exercise. But it shows that you're not just young, you're also a family man, which is good. It's good for get that kind of interaction. So not for saying a family man. Because again, for being a president without having a family, you don't know exactly what happens in the world. So for that side, you don't pass. You don't tick the other box. We give you a criteria for make you become a presidential aspirant, especially for APC. But I hear what you were saying. I know you have been interrupted by your son, but continue from there. And then I will possibly ask you one more leading question to what you don't say so far. And then I can hand you over to Koto Jumaba. So continue if you can, from where you stopped from.
I think I've said it all, unless you want me to summarize, but that's exactly what I feel, that
Okay.
we need to encourage young people, that we need to celebrate young people who serve with honesty, humility, and integrity.
Right. I hear you loud and clear on that one. But one more question we're going to ask you based on your summary before you get interrupted. Now, the fact say you don't mention two religious leaders that were given opportunity to serve in their capacity as religious leaders within the youngest age, but they had to grow to a certain level when they reach their prime. And you don't also make few examples of world leaders within the black community, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, and Obama, we don't serve from younger days when they were younger in their 30s, leading up to the time they actually became frontline leaders. For example, Obama came from a long range of supporting the Democrats until eventually he became the first black president in America. But you see the age at which he now eventually came into the transition for become the leader, wherein he has undergone a lot of training and gained a lot of experience. The example we make about Charlie is a very nice one too. But Charlie came from a different dynamics of the military. Of course, the military has full control, which they will imply if nobody wants to adhere to their either dictation or rule of law. So that is definitely not one we can make those comparisons with. We had similar opportunities back in civilian when we had the NPRC that took over. Again, we see what happened within the first wave of the first year. Everything was regimental, everything was straightforward until they themselves get corrupted. You feel say experience is not just what is necessary for a statesmanship, for example, somebody one for presidency, or age and experience does not really matter because this is the biggest office in the country. And if you let's say, yes, age is good, I like young people to come to leadership roles, but not for presidency. That's my opinion. And also, experience is also good, but again, if you don't have the experience to manage situations that are going to be on your desk, and then you have to rely on people who are the learned ones that can give you that experience, what's if it's going to be your biggest challenge? If you have a room full of people who are more experienced than you, who have more knowledge than you by age, and telling you what to do, and you try to challenge them, do you think it would be like a balanced situation if you get yourself into that sort of position if you happen to become the flag bearer and eventually the president of Sierra Leone?
I think that is another thing again that many people are missing. Experience is always important, but for many people, especially people who ask questions like you and others, when you talk about experience, they talk about experience in terms of governance. And I want for differ that anybody feel like it's only governance experience you need for make you say, okay, I don't get experience enough for run a nation, then that's a fallacy too. Um, President Koroma, okay, he was leader of in parliament, you know, but President Kaba was only a middle level person in a government before he left and go to the United Nations and then come back. You know, so in terms of direct governance experience, as in being a minister or being a member of parliament or something, not all of them get them. And that is not the experience that we have to talk about. I can tell you the experience you get even for lead a family, for lead the host, for lead you picking them, you wife na host and able to take care of them. That can be a very valuable experience that can help even in governance. Governance is not rocket science. It is not. It is about your willingness to listen and learn, understand that you don't know everything, and understand the strengths and weaknesses of the people also you bring to bring for and serve with you. So I feel experience is important, very important. Life experience is important, but it doesn't have to be experience just in governance. or just experience within the party structure. Like I tell you, personally, I have experience in the party. I have experience in governance where a type where nobody, I want list somebody can challenge me. Nobody we don't show interest. No longer experience in the executive, the judiciary, and legislature like me. But at the same time, I mean, the first person will tell you, say, that is not what I need. It doesn't make me better than anybody else. It doesn't mean I'm more prepared than other people. So for me, the experience, no need for big government experience. It can be familial experience, experience in a house, experience in running your businesses, experiences in the classroom, experiences in just life. Then people can also make very good leaders, So for me, that is my take on experience. It doesn't have to be experience inside the APC. It doesn't have to be experience within governance. If that's the case, if people see it that way, well, I have experienced it all. So it's an additional package for me and makes me more prepared. And being the person who just yet left the youth bracket, it means I have more energy for really serve and move the nation forward, like Thomas Sankara and others did many, many years ago.
All right, thank you very much, Honorable. Koto Juma, I can take one more turn
Yeah, go
if you're
ahead.
okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Let you know say because na me APC comrade na make na
You
me no more.
cannot say
Go ahead.
where you can take over this, you know, go on for make I come back again. So
Exactly.
let I
Exactly.
exhaust me time.
Yeah.
I think I'll exhaust me time. But I think, Honorable, I agree with you on certain examples that we don't make and certain elaboration we don't bring come into the discussion. We get a lot for do with leadership and at the same time age and at the same time whatever we might think say now the purpose of leadership or experience. In a household, they say the woman is more experienced than the man. In a household, for example, we say you get mama, papa, and maybe picking them. Just like what you don't show so right now, that you don't play an ideal fatherly role in the middle of what you don't really expect a child to come and possibly confuse the environments. But a home setting, mothers play a pivotal role. If you look at businesses that people are running, women run businesses and homes even better than men do. So an example of your home setting, yes, is very important, but I think I will bring that discussion to the open and say let's rationalize who runs the home better than the other. Then in our question where I will like to take home, you don't have to answer it. I will leave that for Juma because Nenge will picking them and Femi. Me, I not get Boku now. I not get Boku. But that's a very interesting discussion where I want to make you take home on the reflection on experience where you highlight. But one more question I get for you. I know say you have been the Deputy Secretary General, Deputy National Secretary General of the party before you resign. Do you think you actually let your people down by resigning when they know for say you have the capacity to serve for your fullest term? Or were you in knowledge about say I am going to take this position and then I will vacate this position after 1 or 2 years and then put in my aspiration for become a flag bearer? What is it? Do you feel that the people that you were serving as a deputy secretary general, deputy national secretary general, may have felt a little bit disappointed for you resigning halfway into the office, or you actually had that intention to serve half and then bring in your intention to become a flag bearer? What's your take on that?
So, T-Boy, it was never my intention to serve halfway and then give up because I'll tell you at the time around, I had a firmest belief that the APC will win the 2023 elections. And if we win the 2023 elections, President Dr. Samora Kamara for being there as president, and then we'd expect, say, in 2028, even supposed to continue for run again. If at all of a consider at all for run for this position, it will be after. But as events had it in 2023 and the aftermath of the 2023, When it became very clear that power will not come again, then I took a decision. Positions mean nothing to me. I mean, titles mean nothing to me. Like I say at the start of this, it was about service. I just want to serve and make a difference and leave a print in on the sands of time. Yeah. So what I do, not to like a breach of contract between me and the people. It's about continuing to serve them. I want to make a change within the party. I have tried. At my young age, maybe whenever they change the constitution, whenever you open them, you will see this young man named Day as the principal draftsman of the constitution. In a long time, it's the first democratic constitution of the APC. Me and the chairman, Ibrahim Sori, and others will be credited for that constitution. Whatever people want to say about but that it's bad, it's this, it's that, I take credit with the other members of the team and the chairman for putting together a constitution for the APC that introduced change. When I come also into this executive, for the first time, whether it was free of whether it was the best or not, we get proper election for members of parliament as well as other, local council representatives for the APC. That was the introduction of democracy. We go to a convention in 2023, you see them put box, then vote for all of it, including myself, that got the highest number of votes of all the young people at that particular convention day. I also was there, and I ensured a system of registration where the data wasn't clean. Membership wasn't clean. Some man gets cards from Victor Foy in term, some other people who claims in a Payansanegiden card. It was quite a manual card. To come and put together a system, build a system from scratch, an automated system. Like an electronic system. Even though we face challenges with them right now. Yes, for the start, with every technological introduction, you therefore expect glitches then day, but I'm happy, I'm proud that now we get a system where nobody will come and rig the membership database anymore. So I'm proud of that. I have served, I have made a change, and that is exactly what I want to do. If you see how they say now they run for the biggest level now, because also the constitution of the APC give we the permission for we do that. And the constitution of the APC is say, if at all any executive member decides a one for the flag bearer, that person they need for resign 6 months before the time, before the convention. But for me, knowing the integrity, knowing the amount of information knowing the amount of influence we get within the system, I feel it will be unfair for me, say I want for contest with other people, then I continue for Sidom and hold the position and they do things to my advantage. Honestly, T-Boy, would I go do that day? You hold position where you know, say, yeah, if I make so, I the win. He said, no, la left. That's a way for let somebody for let person praise me, let them even clap for me. Say, this man I hold this database. This man I need the secretariat. So say all things they happen. Why not change things inside it for your own advantage? He said no. Long before the time reached, I said no, last step aside. I don't reach the age, the constitutional age, I'll be qualified. I'm a young person who has gathered a lot of experience within and outside the APC. Let's take a back seat and then go and meet the same delegate who been voted for me and tell them, say, now I want to serve, but I want to serve in a different and higher capacity where I'll be the person where they take the ultimate decisions in the interest of all of us.
All right, thank you very much, Honorable Juma. I will hand you over to Honorable now.
All right, thank you so much, T-Boy, and thank you, Honorable Abdal Timbo, for the engagement. And I see the chat group they hit up as well. T-Boy keep monitoring the YouTube as well. Let's see if there are any questions from there. Honorable, so we don't talk about youngness, we don't talk about your preparation, your determination, and so on and so forth. T-Boy highlighted that we get young people under President Buhari leadership promise so much, new direction. Then can we see what happen the first 5 years? Where you possibly not a victim of as well. We don't see what don't happen from 2023 to date. And you get this divine calling, instincts, things will move you for calm, for say, okay, Yusuf one leads the country. Salon at most 8 million people plus minus. We know the problem then at the country. We know say the reality is this. Salon like we get all close. We rotting. We try for so yanda chair. We try for so yanda chair. How you want fix Salon?
I was telling somebody who I've been in a meeting with yesterday that it doesn't take forever for change Salon. It doesn't. And some people even feel like, oh, Salon don't decay to the point that you get for take with 50 years for no really change. I don't feel so. It just takes leadership. We have to just start from where whoever left, President Bioga for left, Salon still has resources. We have human resource, very cheap labor in Sierra Leone. We have natural resource in abundance. We have laws. I can tell you that we have really good laws. If you really implement the laws, then they will move Salon forward. I think we have a problem with something President Kaba talk about, President Koromasa don't talk about. It's attitude. Salomon get bad at President Koromaka with attitude and behavioral change. We forgo beyond just talking about it. We really need for act. We need for lead by example. If you talk about changing attitudes, you first need for start for change your attitude. When it comes to going to work, go to work 8 o'clock in the morning or whatever the time for work. When it comes to appointing ministers, not put them just because they're your friends. When it comes to enforcing the law, and ensure say wherever the hammer fall, if you fall like Mama itself, ensure say you take action. You be very decisive in anything, and every other thing will fall in place. I told another interview the other day that law and order is important. It's the foundation upon which we will build any development or any change in Salon. So without being sector specific, without talking about specific sectors or waiting particularly a plan for do, and I can tell you for certain, if you want to take me into several sectors, I will tell you what I think about the sectors, but at the same time, I don't want to take credence or expertise in them. So I don't want to really deal with them. I just want to ensure that I provide overall leadership and overall understanding of the various sectors. So for me, I don't think Salon, like I was saying, are all close. We're boss. I say that too. But I can also tell you that, Juma, from the discovery of the United States of America, then 60-something years down the line, the United States of America was not even as good as Salon is. People feel like Salon don't date for so long, develop, it might never develop again. They're wrong. From 1808, when they make Salon a British Crown colony and the protectorate was established too, right? To 1961, that's over 100 and almost 50 years. The British were overseeing Sierra Leone. They took Sierra Leone to the point where Salon been there with Ngiwea. Yes, Ngiwea we have not do well with them, but it took that long for get Salon outside and get and so before we can take her now and can make her worse. So yes, we not do well with waiting Ngiwi, but it not mean say it don't too late. It's only 60-something years. We will not even do half of the number of years with the British then take na Salon. We now, for we self, if we're determined, we can move Salon forward. I'm saying this for give people hope, because one thing we don't lost na Salon, na that hope. That is why my slogan is dream, believe, and you will achieve. Sometimes they say so, man say, "Oh, na dream, they dream." Then talk here, don't you them boku boku. because they not believe in that dream. It is a dream that I believe in. It is a dream that many, many people, including yourself and every other person, had, that one day Salon will be better. We all hoped, we all continue for hope, so we'll get good leadership in our nation. But that's just a dream. How many people believe in that dream now? People who don't left Salon candid at the diaspora. They mean dreams say, Salon will be better one day and we go return back. When all the dream that we will return back to Sierra Leone. But do you believe Salon will be a better place? That's the belief that we need for inculcate. And that is a dream that I'm trying to sell to you and every Sierra Leonean and every person, young person, old person, that we must not give up. It is still very early days in our nation's history, in our independence struggle or in our independence journey. Follow Move Salon forward. I consider this as a divine responsibility. The things I say many times, I don't sit and plan them. I don't research. I don't do anything. These are things that come naturally to me. And for that reason, I believe if we dream this dream of seeing Salon a better place, we believe in this dream, we believe in the vision of a young person, then we can move it forward. Say hi to Uncle Juma. Now my daughter.
Hello, how are you?
Bye.
That is personal assistant.
Yes, personal assistant.
Yes. So, Honorable, I understand, you have to dream, believe, then we will achieve. I want to agree with you that development not happen overnight. But how can you tell this to the family that goes without food for days, the 70% unemployed people or people will not get proper jobs in the country? How can you say this to a sick person or family of a sick person that goes to the hospital and die? We all believe, say, death now from God, but at least effort not make for even give the treatment. How can you say this to the young people that have to wake up at 5 in the morning to go to the gutter to fetch water for the family for use naos before then go school? How can you say this to that woman where they grab 4 o'clock in the morning for go to market all day, under rain, under sun, and not even able for sell 100,000 leons? How can you say this to the young people we don't graduate, don't spend 4 years in a university just like you and me, coming down with the hope, say, I'll get a job for help me family, and help me country, but on there for 5 years, they not get work? Because it's like, if we say that, it's like acceptance that it's okay for what we have right now until 50, 60 years, just like how America been there 50, 60 years. America will then start the 60 years later, 60 years after that, we see the changes, we see the progress. How can you say this to a country that goes a whole week, some areas months without electricity? So help we understand this, how me go get confidence in the dream and believe in that dream, say I go achieve this 60 years down the line.
Okay, so I think it's a misunderstanding of me saying, 60 years now forget that. I'm just saying that those who have lost hope, this is the message that I'm sending to you. There are people who don't lost hope. Are they at the moment, after they talk to you, are they United States?
Yeah.
And there are people who don't talk to you, say, but me, I die every day and beg me now. I don't get nothing for go to salon. These are people who have lost it. They've lost hope. And I want to say, some man say, 60 something years, salon no better. Salon will never ever better again. I'm saying that no. we can still develop within the next 1-2 years. And not mean say because 60-something years don't pass, it's the end. I made reference to the British in Ceylon for over 150 years because they were there for that long. They don't rule Ceylon past how we, the Sierra Leoneans, don't rule we nation. But then I can't then come. They can meet we. So whatever they give we, whatever they take from we, not to them you. Well, like, then get they say that they own them, but they can actually can meet with it. Now we they don't give we now. Waiting we don't do with them. Then are we your responsibility. But like you rightly said, how can I sell this to people? And one thing when you mention about go to university for 4 years and come out, you say like me and you. And that's exactly it. Which you don't explain so is exactly my story too. I've felt it. I was there. I'm there. All my life, I don't say 40 years, I've been in Sierra Leone. The longest amount of time I don't spend out of Salona 6 months. Just 6 months in one go. You talk about blackout, I feel blackout. You talk about joblessness, I've seen it. You talk about people dying in hospitals, I've seen it, I've felt it. Water no day, you open shower in the morning, in all day, you get for hot water. I saw that, I took part in it when I was young. As a baby in a Belia Park with the governor was who go get water done. As justice in Pekin. I was doing that. I sell soda soap because my mama been make soda soap. Africana, I sell Africana because my mama been make Africana. As I be make batik, as I be make gara, as I be make soap because my mama been a doer. I sell Nagini. So I understand those stories. I've lived those stories. Some people see me today, feel like, oh, a big man Pekin. I was there through the war. We run away from Salone during the war. I see how corruption among people. My papa, because he been get the opportunity, for 5 or 6 years of my papa in last years in his life, I not be able to see me papa past once I able to travel, just because we not get medical facilities in that nation. My papa get for left Salone for kidney dialysis. My auntie died at the age of 22 because she had a hole in her heart. My elder brother who called me, we call me Bien, he died just because they said no get oxygen. These are stories that I've lived through. I don't go to school whole day, even at the grammar school at the time when I been government school, you go whole day. Nothing all day. They're not they teach we. We pack all the table in one corner, we play ball inside the classroom them. I don't see many of my colleagues and classmates them. We're not able to make them in life. We go through, then pass, then go university, they don't even pay school fees. Some drop out, they don't done at university. 18 years, 19 years after I done college, some are still not able to get a job. I don't see me comping them. Drugs, they kill them. So these are the stories I've felt. I've seen them myself. They are me. I'm part of it. So whatever they explain now, so I don't feel I'm myself. I've been there. So it don't take anybody for can explain to me their story here anymore. And that is why I am determined. I am determined to take my people out of this bondage. As a young person, I am putting my future on the line. The life of my kids, very young kids, on the line. If I win and I become president and I serve for 10 years, I'll still be in my 50s. I get a strong part of my life to live. Do you think I go on for sacrifice the rest of my life living miserably? This is the best time for to give power to a young person. Because he go remember, say, if he left power today, he do bad, then get for chase him picking them for the rest of his life. This is the best time, Joma, for to believe in this dream.
So what are
and let's achieve it together.
So what are you planning to do? How are you going to do it so we go achieve this dream? Make sure so we get better health care, education that is fit for purpose, the infrastructure in terms of electricity, water supply. what is Timbo going to do to make sure that the employment rate increase from 30%, if that, to 70% by the time when you go left office? What is Timbo? How is Timbo going to do this? How?
If we do this interview earlier than now, I probably not answer you directly because I had my own ideas on every sector, how for improve jobs, on how for create jobs. I mean, how for even encourage private sector growth. I had all those ideas, how for even streamline the government. But I got to this point where I said that it is not about knowing how to do all this. And this is where people start missing it. People know one for always their policies. We've had them a lot before. So Mango Cow with all the sweetest policies. They go read on a paper, I go read on a book. You ask me now for do this, some of the things I'll tell you are things about all research. I can't tell you all the sweet things about how they do this, how they do that. But I will not do it anymore. If I'm forced to that point, I will explain how I think. But like I said earlier, it's about building a team. It's about building a team of people who get economists, people who get expertise in agriculture, who expertise in education, who expertise or knowledge in health, economy, mining, etc., etc. But I'm just a lawyer. Why you feel saying I mean forget all the solutions and that is one thing Juma would miss. If you call today, for instance, you call Juma Ba. Juma Ba wants to be president. In come and answer you how they solve agriculture, how they create jobs, how they run the economy, how they do the law, how they do it a lie. Now learn it, now prepare. It's not authentic, it's not real. And that is what I am trying to move away from. I want to provide leadership by example. I want to be the head of this boat. I want to be the person who will bring everybody together without a baggage. That kind of person will say, oh, Timbo be not hot, Kaivala Mara. Timbo be not hot, Richard Conte. We know they will work with them. Or Timbo be not hot, Cherry Coco. So they know they will work together. I haven't hurt anybody. Everybody I see as brothers and sisters, and we can come and work together for move Salongo before.
Yes, Mr. Timbo, I agree with that. But if you just sell me a dream, I have to at least hear something that I can hope for or believe say we go achieve together. A realistic dream. So I know you don't want to do a scripted paper, a manifesto, and this and that. You know the problems. You've lived it. You've experienced it firsthand. You know people in your constituency. Not to me, they go answer when they can knock na idomot 6 o'clock morning, say that pikin sick, I want medicine, me pikin not get school fee today, we get buried in the under, we get married, and not to me. Not to me for can ask you say, Honorable Timbo, we know cook it to 1 3 cup rest, 6 cup rest. You understand? So those people, those 8 million people wants to hear what Timbo is saying, that he is lived it, he understands it, and it gets in your own way. If income, now this he want for salon, then it will get the people with the expertise and the knowledge for can actualize that. So he provides the leadership. Because as it is right now, we all know the reality. People, you don't do salon all your life, right? You know the people that were blunt beg yesterday. And you know the people that now where they beg today, where some say not blunt beg, now then be they give other people. Now then they beg. I can't just go to them and tell them, Timbo is a young man, he and Timbo then tell me, say, let we dream, let we believe in this dream, so go achieve her. No, I can't do that, Mr. Timbo. So talk to us, tell us.
Okay. So the question you asked was about sector specific. And that is what I said I will not answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there are certain key priorities for me where I don't mention, even in my declaration statement.
Mm.
And those are the things I want to go through. They are board based, and I'll take you through a couple of them. And first and foremost is about how for unite that nation. Unite the nation, firstly, by uniting the APC, because the APC is the vehicle that we want to use to get to power. For me, the key priority is how to unite the APC. I'm not talking about it, I'm living it. There are many people who don't show interest now in running for the presidency. I've heard about over 20, but I may not know all the names them really. But the ones that I know about, I've tried to reach out and establish a relationship with them, for make them understand that we are not fighting, for make them understand that what we will go for so, not we God given, not we birthright. So what I mean for be leader, this not political party way, not to me form them, not to me papa form them. The one that they contest, not to them form them. They were not even there during the formation. We come and can benefit from this party. Let's understand this. That we're riding on the goodwill and the history the APC don't make. So I try for firstly bring those people together. Beyond those who are running for this position for flag bearer, also they reach out to people them we don't become disgruntled. People that we not expel from the party. People who don't left the party say they're not interested in politics anymore. I have started reaching out to them, and that I will continue to do. And those who are never meet yet, I will ensure say I never say anything ill against them or even the one that will hold positions. Even in the party to the ordinary membership, even if I know you're supporting candidate A, you will not be my enemy. I will open up to you, I will relate to you, and I want to lead by example, because at the end of the day, I don't want to lead Team Timbo. I want to lead a united APC. And I don't want to do it at the end of the day. And this is what I see many aspirants are doing at the moment. The moment they know so, oh, you support Timbo, you know they support Bai Mahmoud, for example. Bai Mahmoud, that person they make you an enemy. And that is not right. Everybody supposed for be with party. And that is what I am doing at the moment. And that is how I feel will start for Unite the APC. Beyond the APC, we also need to give APC a nationalistic face. That kind of thing say, oh, APC na Northwestern Party. So we need to move beyond that for say APC na Northwestern Party. We even the executive for being nationalistic and in complexion. You get people from the southeast in equal share as we get people from the north and northwest and the western area. This is how we ensure that we get that. We also ensure that we have enough women within our executive positions. We also ensure that we have disabled people within our executive structure. This is the way you ensure you unite the APC. Beyond that, when it comes to the nation, we get for rule beyond political party colors. We get for rule beyond tribes. For me, I even want a policy where no particular tribe will get more than 30% in governance. No tribe will get less than 5% in governance. Once we ensure we do that, then everybody will feel like they're part of the government infrastructure. Similarly, we need for put aside nepotism, favoritism, paddy business, and start for appoint people then based on competence. Put in square people, filling square holes, square pegs, filling square pegs in square holes. Oh, if however I then put them, you have to be doing that. You have to ensure that women are in governance. You have to ensure that disabled people are also in governance. We have to ensure that we do that. And we give to Caesar what is due to Caesar. That is what I believe will be the way for the United Nation. Beyond uniting this nation, the second thing for me is law and order and the fight against corruption. Juma Law and order, as I said before, that the foundation upon which we dey build a nation. You get the foundation by uniting, and the first thing you put on top of this foundation is law and order. Now, the walls upon which a nation will thrive. Investors will not come to a nation where the law and order is not properly being implemented. We have a judicial system that is broken. I am a victim of injustice myself. So as I dey feel am, I know wetin dey happen with people wey dey go na court and they get justice there. I've felt it myself. We have to clear those things. Look at what is happening in parliament. Sometimes the laws that they pass, and how did they pass them laws here? I'm a member of parliament in the opposition. Things that we not agree with because we not get the number, and they force them down with votes. Member before the elections and call them PR regulations. They can't pass them and force them on we. These are things that we have to look at. And it comes down to the president. The political will. If the president respects law and order, he make the hammer for them and whoever is supposed to fall on, even if not your mama, they will able to move Salon go forward. The same thing with the fight against corruption. Unexplained wealth, easy follow, no bo. You want fetch drugs? Hey bo, people and they get money, they not even they work. You know they ask them and they pull the money. It's so easy. It's so easy for you know. Somebody then they pay 1,000. Well, at the America, let's say me as a member of parliament, they're paying me about $1,000 or $1,500 or less. Then you see I get money like I will build skyscrapers, I get all kind of motor car. You not gonna ask me question if we're really serious for Fed corruption. But we're not really serious yet. Political will is not there. Like I talk about law and order. Again, I believe in private sector led development because the work I've been doing the executive was public private partnership investment. So it's a lot of investment. And I believe how the private sector can come and develop a nation. How can someone come and invest in a nation where if they get small problems with the workman them, for instance, Koidu Holdings, government they come interfere and can make all the people the millions of dollars they don't spend at the country. You can't say, oh no, they can't do this and do that to them. You're killing investor confidence. These are things that you have to sit. If you say now, I'll go back to the Koidu Holdings example. You feel the people are not getting waiting and bargain for Koidu Holdings. There are law. You need for them to start from the outset. This and this now for do for your workers. If you don't set them at that time, why you can't implement them now? Let's say you even set them at that time. You not implement them from that time, or the company fail for Duam. Now only when you feel uncomfortable with the company to go do what you do so. It doesn't work like that. That's Juman na kangaroo business done there. And that is coming from the highest level of governance. Move away from law, order, and corruption. Decentralization. Juma, everything you want now, Nasalo. You want passport na free tongue. You want ID card na free tongue. You want any ministry na free tongue. Hey, bo, why all man go move can free tongue? Why people will not come to Freetown? Everybody will run to Freetown. But if I start for ensure, like how you did, for instance, if in Maryland you did, you know, say, I don't need for go in DC for I go get my passport. I can do so there, then I'm a community, not even the entire Maryland. Just use small say where you did. All the facilities where they are, that you will get higher. This is how we ensure decentralization is effective. Local government will play a very important role. This is not the country where we deal with, you know, they give councillors them salary. I sit in fee allowance. They don't have a budget. Now, what they do every year in Parliament, Committee of Supplies, when they bring all them budgets them for come and approve them. When these guys report to us, first quarter, second quarter, they not even receive their allocations. How do you want them to develop? How much preference, how much importance will they give to their local councils here? Yes, so now say you day, your local council, your community, again your own budget and they run them properly. Yeah, we get councillors, they're doing nothing. Nothing. In all my engagement in this process, I've been engaging councillors. I will ensure that they have a proper budget. I will ensure that every place they localize their own development. This is what I want to ensure. Some places, look now, what they can talk about? Dividing Freetown. Well, we're putting pressure, but if these guys know everything they do over the years, one for do it and they talk about, so they will do it. But me, I don't tell people them. And I will say this now. If Nami God Mark Fola be president, if this SLPP government divide Freetown for unjust reasons, the one first thing what they do, as a kind of power, one of the presidential orders that they make now for councillor, because it don't make sense. You cannot fight these people. We've made a point. We don't do on a parliament before. They've always got their way. I will cancel it. Why you want to divide Freetown? They're playing politics with people's development. It comes back to political will. Education, I'll go to education. Education and human capital development is an important bedrock for the nation. When you talk about education, people think it's about just the formal education. Juma, the people who are making money in this United States, now the one way they do informal jobs, the builders, the plumbers, the this, the that. Take you motokaka and go na garage na salon. That way not go, it's not they accommodate with. Because the people are half-baked. What about the hundreds of thousands of people who don't fall out of the educational system from ages immemorial, from time immemorial? Young people, they don't sit MPSC, they're not passed and drop out. Some sit worse them. Sorry, Beke, they're not passed and drop out. Some sit, how is it called? Worse, then drop out, they're not pass. Some go university, they're not pass, or then don't, they not get jobs. Where do you want to put all those young people? They're there. And they go up and drug so. Because they say the idle mind is a devil's workshop. They're there. Why you know they put a system in place for technical education? Technical education is the way to go. You, Juma, now as simple as take you close, this close where I met well so in Nigeria, then go so on for me. You think I'm proud to talk about that? Give me close to salon tailor for them, so it's either they not deliver on time or they deliver and so it bad so. Things as simple as these. Me also where a day I've been get carpets in my room. I get problem in my bathroom. I call plumber for can fix me pipe. Work come more work, me room more long-term swimming pool. Worse than a left hand. People there with the year even last year. Host them for donor tongue because of bad workmanship. These are places where we need for pay priority to. Meet the 6334 system, I'm telling you now, I am not in support of the 6334 system of education. I will cancel it. I will cancel it. Look now, from where the beginning they start, every age group, if by age 6 you for the class 1, for example, everybody they go class 1 at age 6. Till you reach, you continue for land, you continue for land, till you reach, you sit UGC O levels or A levels or whatever it is, the exams where you for sit. Then they don't give enough basic education for you will live through life. During we term, before this new system come, people they come off from standard 5. If Pierre Pikin say come off from standard 5, you go no say this don't learn small thing. People they come off from there, now they can't get it stop now from 3, then they go take from 5. That's enough education for anybody for able to lead a life. Now look at the education system. Chuma, like I tell you, there's a lot to talk about, and it's inside my head. But now when you push me so for talk, I will talk to you until this program not go down. And I see you shaking your head because you agree with this. And like I told you, I've lived them. I want a moment where they debate with anybody where they contest for this position. I want it within the APC, within the SLPP. I can debate anybody any day. I'm not being arrogant about them, but I've lived this life. Like I tell you, it's a divine call. I don't want to be president for the sake of just being president of the nation. My people are suffering. My nation is stagnating. It's even going behind. I don't want you to get me emotional right now.
Well,
But
you
I
don't
know
have
why
to
I'm
get
doing this, and at the
emotional,
same time, I'm happy.
but
We have to move Salone forward.
these are the
The
realities.
things when you see the reality is there for let people change, but we're not doing that.
Okay,
We
so
rather sit down and talk about sentiments. Oh, the person I'm a tribesman, the person I'm a paddy. We left the good people there with one for let the country change. It will not change.
Honorable Timbo, thank you so much. And now we know you understand the real issues. You not just say you leave them. You don't talk about them. Yeah, you don't highlight some of the things that you say you will do to change them. And we'll hold you to account. Like I say, Sarah Media program, they're not the old. We get programs and from years and years, from Tijan Kaba days to date. I make way people can want talk, we usually go back to the archive or pull stuff. There are certain things that let's go back to the APC, for example. You highlighted a few things, and you're an architect, a brain, or a big, major contributor to the APC constitution. You highlighted issues of party unity. You highlighted issue of having a party that has a national outlook, not to Kamakwe Road as SLPP brand, for example, during elections, executive will forget. Okay? But when they draft this constitution, you talk about women, being part of the process. But the same constitution that you be part of for draft, nor put them safeguards here in place for sure say, because now you can say all you want that we want an executive or leadership that has a national outlook. But the 1,800 and what? You say 51 delegates?
51.
1,851 delegates. Now then get for go vote. So if they all vote a southeasterner or northwestern executive, you can't say it's not democratic. That's one thing. So I'm not, like you stated, and we all know, there is no perfect law or constitution, but una fall short yonder. The issue of women representation, una fall short there as well. You made provision for women having 30% quota in governance, but you only encourage women to serve in national or executive position or leadership position within the party. It just encourage more women for camp, enough protect them with the 30% quota. Based on my own understanding, where I read them, I might be wrong.
Yeah, so people need to understand, there are many people who think they condemn this constitution without reading it.
No, I'm not condemning it.
For the first time, we're having a constitution to call affirmative action.
Okay.
Who they ask the party for ensure say we get women representation, disabled people representation, and when in governance, we ensure say at least 30% is reserved for them. Right. Within the politics now, because the politics not grow to that level yet where women they come forward, I can tell you we struggle a lot with even the word of symbols. Women they come forward. So it would be very difficult for make you just give woman position just because in a woman.
Right.
Politics is a very challenging, it's a daunting game. Many women, because of cultures, they're still subservient behind the man them. So man they say if you see woman go pan politics na midnight name Arido step word. Then cultural grips then they day on the society for now. So it will be too early in we constitution at the time for say, okay, every position, for every place, we need to get a woman. I mean, like 30% quota for women in the executive positions. Because we not get them. Even in the Northwest, we go say na APC is strong, we feel like it's a bit safe. We not get them. Even in the national system, there are places where by tradition, women not the contest for be paramount chief. Particularly in the Northwest. The country not reached that point yet. But we say when it comes to governance, now we really choose. There are many women who are educated. There are many women who can serve as ministers, deputy ministers, directors, whatever you want to call them. We need to bring them on board. Before this law come into the new act with them pass, I mean the Giwe Act. Yes, we come into the PPRC Act, we come into the elections laws. APC don't pass them. So we had foresight. We put them in a real law. At the time with the government, the nation not put them inside the law yet. If at all, let people then clap for we for that. For look, consider say women are important. Maybe not because we do that, then I make this Giwe Act can pass. Maybe not because we do not make PPRC can put them. Now I make them put now in the Public Elections Act. So you forget one in every 3. Let them give you kudos for that. It's something that we did. And like I tell you, Juma, like how you say, Sierra Gem, the records not the rotten. Now so we say for records not the rotten. Go to the Constitution, you see affirmative action. Check the date. We don't start to put this Constitution together from 2019. We don't put this day. We don't go convention from 2020 before the NRM case come. Now only in 2023 now government pass them. Let them clap for it. If at all. For sister we get foresight. We've been thinking about women. And some of we hold the pen, we ensure that we put affirmative action inside under. Not just for women, but also for disabled people. Even when you look at the preamble of the Constitution, the introductory bits, chapter 1, chapter 2, you see how we talk about tribes, you see how we talk about the national color. These are all things, these are visions we plan for implement going forward. But yeah. Small.
Okay, thank you. And I don't tribe on a need for do more because
we all need for do more.
Right. So nobody started talk about Una APC, right? Now, not to APC, right? Now, I say Agem Media. Timbo the Gladdy. Anyway, so we've talked about a whole lot, and the conversation therefore continue. I know say you and man really multitask right now. I'll ask you a few things before we wrap up, but I know you're in the United States right now. You're still engaging people. Are you planning to engage the community? Are you planning to talk to people? Because when I not look the respect to the diaspora and them all. When I really not look the respect, when we get for come for now, that's a big problem down there. So are you having any plans to engage the diaspora?
In terms of respecting the diaspora, again, go back to the Constitution. The diaspora was not a creature of law within the APC. People were fighting for the diaspora to be made the 5th region, blah, blah, blah at the time, but it wasn't. Now we put on a constitution, making the diaspora the 6th region. Now we fought for them. In the wordings of the constitution, we give the diaspora the same power like how we give the other executive structures in Salon. Until we go to the National Delegates Convention and we go shoot to ourselves and say 50 delegates we want, or I think 100 or so.
We, not so we all. Now,
I was there. I made the diaspora. I was there. Now me defend the constitution. I was there. Now me explain the constitution to people. I was there.
Would they come back for more votes?
It's fine. Now delegate elections. If delegates ask give more, that's fine. On a need for Fenway for convince them.
Okay.
Now I am in the diaspora. And it's in line with my continuing engagement with the stakeholders of the APC and Sierra Leoneans as a whole. While here, I don't engage the Metropolitan chapter, the Washington chapter. I've engaged all the district chairpersons and the district executive and the constituency chairpersons, chapter presidents. I've engaged them. And in addition to that, I am also organizing a fundraising dinner and dialogue on the 5th of December this year na Maryland Yaso. And two things. Some man say if you not get money, no camp and politics. I want to tell you, say, doing fundraising is one of the most common ways for do politics. Donald Trump get money, but do fundraisers. Now people then supposed for fund you whenever you run for position. In fact, that is why in the PPRC Act, they get something called campaign finance. There are regulations on campaign finance. You need to explain how you get this money, how you spend them. This applies to political parties and not to the aspirant at the moment. But when you want to ensure transparency, you need for talk to people, you need for fundraise. It's one of the ways how people they campaign. If you expect, say, the person in your money number for use for power, then you're selling the power. You're selling it to the highest bidder. But the moment I invite Juma on that program, Juma give me $20. Juma has invested in this project. Most of us say okay, I'm supporting this person, or then I'm a candidate. But the moment you do it, okay, this is a cause, this is a race. Anybody can win them. But I have invested in this for the sake of Sierra Leone. So on the 5th of December, I'm doing a fundraising dinner and dialogue. Why I call them dialogue now? Because I also want to hear from people. Yes, we go dine, we go eat, we go raise funds, but at the same time, I will talk to people, and I want people to talk to me, give me feedback. Because like I've always said, I don't have all the solutions to Salone's problems. Juma, the experience where you don't get where you did, yeah. Sometimes you not get more. If you get experience now in the health sector, for example, the thing that we sabi where they make the health systems they work now, yeah, I don't sabi am. If I not talk to you, I not hear you. Me just can blah 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 blah. Say I they do this, I they do that, I they do that. They are not doing nothing. It's a monologue. So that is why I want a dialogue. And I they encourage people for come do ya and I they beg you. I no say I not pay for no advertise this, but please advertise it for me. On the 5th of December 2025. Maryland Yaso, I'm inviting everybody, every Sierra Leonean and non-Sierra Leonean, Sierra Leoneans, whether you APC, SLPP, or non-aligned, to this dinner. Make you come, look and talk, look and dialogue in the interest of Salone. So that is what I intend to do as the final engagement where I get with the Salone community now before I left for go back Salone and continue the campaign.
Okay, well, Fambule Munaro Honorable Timbo say if I want for talk to Ram. And instead one talk to una come meet na Maryland December 5th, we una go engage more and more understanding plans for Sierra Leone and why it run for lead with country. Honorable Timbo, before possibly I go to Timbo for final word, we don't talk go talk come. If you can name 3 or 4 things, I know say you don't like to do prescriptions, but let's take it as Sierra Leone is a patient, the APC is a patient right now that you have to diagnose or prescribe for. 3 or 5 things for the APC, 3 or 5 things for Sierra Leone that you will do differently, because people don't look at confidence in the APC. T-boy, they all can tell we say, but APC una not serious it. Una they talk, una don't get 20 or something people. But una as a party not ready yet for take up governance. And that is the frustrating part for a lot of people. We might want to ignore what happened in 2023, but they, confidence not there. That's where the APC is supposed to be a party in waiting to take over governance. So 3 or 5 things for give that hope to people and for fix the party, and 3 or 5 things for let we believe say that dream we they sell we as a young person will be achieved.
I think some of those things I don't say in that long talk just no?
Correct.
And coming back to the APC, I'll tell you that number one is uniting the party. I don't explain how I go unite the party, not just with the aspirants, but also with just the general people, you know. I will also bring that face to the APC where people will feel like this is ours. When I say people, I mean our nation has over 76% of people below the age of 35, and it's over 80% of people below the age of 45. The people want for me the leader fever them. And I want for be that face they will go fever the one they will get for vote. The one that way they die so from Kush, or where their lives they get destroyed. They're my contemporaries, I'm a company. The woman that will go born in hospital now, the young woman that will go born in hospital where they die where they lost their life, it's not me company. The majority of them. The old people where they die, then if they get locked for even reaching that because the life expectancy is very low now. I mean, mama them and papa them. I want to ensure I work in their interest. I want to make them see me as okay, me picking. You know a person born picking, the one for let's see go, then afterwards is to even the old people will see this as oh now picking this. I'll picking this, now grand picking this. So that's the face that I want to give to the APC. The breath of fresh air. Say, okay, it's a new face, but at the same time we're safe because the person get experience already. It's sabi the APC. You know, we'll take the APC, no, you can't give person no sabi nothing about APC. Back to the point of T-Boy that you need experience. You need forget to understand the party a bit. Because an institution, we talk about, I want to give APC the assurance that I will fight for the APC and the people of Sierra Leone from the front. If we say let we go fend this power, I will be in front. I've done it before and I will do it again. But tell them go shoot an APC party office, I was there. Tell them put in a parliament, me, Cherno, Madam Majuba, and other members of parliament, I wouldn't shoot at. On the 31st of July, on 31st of May 2019, we didn't shoot at. I was there. I don't see the bad sides. I understand the SLPP. If they bring FET, with a FET back, I will lead that fight. I'm ready to do it. Anybody where they beat we by elections, if I get for beat we free and fair, and that they start from the election process. For rig elections, not to the day of the elections and the rigger. It's a whole process where they start from even now, from the census, from the things where they happen at parliament. We're ready to fight. We have to fight collectively. And I'm happy that the media unit of the APC is now facing these things head on. I know say PPRC been called them then this year, they even go sign a memorandum, say, okay, all man for de-escalate tensions. But it's fire for fire. This is about the people. It's not about APC. Not like say we're desperate for power, but not going to allow person for thief the power from the people anymore. We're only representing the people and the voice of the people. And I will say this with regards to party finally. If I am not the choice of the people, I will be amongst the first person for ace the policy we win and follow ensure say we march to State House and change this nation. With regards to country, I've said it. Unity, law and order and the fight against corruption and even drugs, issue of decentralization, human capital development, private-led investment, agriculture, diversification of the economy. These are all things that I can talk about. If you go back to my declaration speech, they're there. In my declaration speech, I sent warnings to certain people who will come after. And I mean it when I say they come after them, including the one day with the thief light. Will they come after them? Then police will they take bribe, will they come after them? Then lecturers will they sell sex for grades, will they come after them? And I mean it. Etc. We're coming after them. Then nurse the way they sell, they under 5 how they call them. medicine them. We supposed to be free. We they come after una. Civil servants, we know they go work on time. We know they do work. We they come after them. Coming after them. And I mean it. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Honorable Timbo, and I hope be a stranger. We don't go they be here for years now, but unable to get you. So finally, you're here, and I hope as you progress with your aspiration, you go to engage with. From time to time, this is everybody's platform. We want to give people opportunities. Some watches the program live, some are invisible. So, but people already watch it when are invisible, you see there. Then we have people that goes back and watch after. But we hope so. We'll continue for get you now. Now go over to T-Boy on final word to you. Before you left, then we will spend a few minutes for analyze. Then we wrap up. Over to you, T-Boy.
Thank you very much, Honorable. And you don't say what they follow your progress since we take you on a parliament for your first um, member
Right.
of parliament swearing in.
Right.
So it's been a long time, isn't it?
It has been.
And unfortunately, we were not there for your second term. Well, that was your
Yeah.
official second term. But again, we'll extend we hand of congratulations to you at the first time. It was 110% overwhelmingly. You became the leader of that particular race and you won the election free and fair and clean. Just like you say, you want a free, fair, and clean election. Equally the same, so it's 2023. So basically, yes, you've done it twice, and we congratulate you for that. Again, there are many of your compatriots that hasn't won election in the past. So basically, you stand for proof, say yes, you can win election. So we're not get no doubt in that. That is one on you. But one major question where is that has been like a burning issue to me personally and to the entire country. Where if that problem they not solve na Salone will never move forward. Even if as you, with all the determination we don't express now today, will still not change Sierra Leone if that particular element did not change. And that element they under your own backbone of your career, which is law. What do you think about the judiciary of Sierra Leone? Because that is one of the biggest problems that we have. Meaning, if the judiciary of Sierra Leone is not straight, it's not honest, does not deliver for the average Joe Blocks, will not get no political, no finance, no influence, and no contacts. Justice is limited for few, and we can now see and tell exactly what that really means. What's your take on the judiciary? And as a serving lawyer yourself, you have involved in making the laws in so many different ways for political parties and also work alongside your colleague lawyers to interpret the Constitution of Sierra Leone and various other constitutions. Do you think the judiciary has been the best within the past 10 years in Sierra Leone, or as we speak right now? Do you think the judiciary is one that you will say is doing everything possible to give each and every Sierra Leonean justice just because they deserve justice, or they have to be given justice based on their criteria, political affiliation, name, or anything else that has to do with not justice but favors? What do you think about the judiciary?
A lot of what I've said surround law and order. Like I say, it's the pillars upon which a building they will team up. I don't go back and forth about this. And like I've been to tell Juma earlier, they say who feels it knows it. Me, I don't feel injustice. I have. I tell people many times that now injustice being mean to politics. Like the tower actually directly can I say, okay, I can run for position inside APC. That because of injustice was in a court. My dad became a judge of the Court of Appeal in 1987, 2 years after I born. So I don't go around the judiciary there. I don't hear his stories. I don't see how justice delayed becomes justice denied. I don't work with the legal aid system. Now, we set up the pilot national legal aid scheme. We're born the National Legal Aid Board today. I don't go to jelly at them. I don't go to sell them. I don't defend people them for free. I don't see how for small traffic offenses, people will take 2 years, 3 years in jail. I don't see how because of bad police investigation, people are not even supposed for going to court, they go to court and go spend time in jail. I don't see how by law, constitution say not more than 72 hours, people they say take months in police custody. So it is not just about the judiciary, it's the entire law enforcement thing. It is broken. It is broken. I only talk as a first-time person for say this. Truth and Reconciliation Commission directly point fingers at the judiciary. My dad was there through the war, and my daddy came and reopened courts across the country after the war. I had stories. I'm not going to say my daddy wasn't part of what he did it because they have to take collective responsibility, but I know who my dad was and how family that they've been there about integrity. But I'll tell you that judiciary, there are plenty of things they will do, and this is not one place where I sabi. So while they talk about other things putting in other people's hands for let them do, experts and all, I understand what's happening in the judiciary. I have a plan for it, for overhaul the law enforcement infrastructure. Not just the courts, the law enforcement infrastructure. If you're talking about investments, you want for lead a government through private sector. I mean, you want for develop through a private sector-led initiative. You need for build private sector confidence. And you can only build private sector confidence where the law and order works well. So for me, it's one major thing. Like I say, after uniting the country, it's about law and order. So I understand exactly what is to be done, and I don't need somebody. And the question whether I feel they're doing right in 10 years, it's not 10 years. It's long past 10 years. During the APC term, before the APC term, the judiciary has been a problem. And we have to work on it. Me a victim, firsthand in my eyes, at Timap Day, and they passed judgment against me. And they tarnished my character for things I didn't do, just because they want to get me out of the way. At Timap Day, the judge to tell me, I know they see you, a lawyer. I know they see you. I said, well, I talk me and look me, I meet him up and I made them bring case against. He said, no. He said, it's not ex parte application. That man was promoted because of that and he became the Chief Justice. I saw it firsthand. I'm not bitter, but I feel these are things where if we want to move a nation forward, like I say, I've felt them. I don't feel them. Me not to person way because I don't reach this level I enjoyed. Some people get on a smooth sail. Some man then don't appoint them to different positions. They enjoyed. I'm not enjoying nothing. I suffer till I get to this point. So I understand it. I understand the issues. So I'm best placed and prepared to serve that nation and change that nation. And you say something about winning elections. I've proved that I can win elections. I don't win more elections than anybody they contest now. More elections. I mean elections, oh. I don't win election on my constituency within the APC. Not a selection, election. I don't win. I don't win inside the party with the highest votes. So I know how to win elections. So anybody who's underrating my candidacy, well, it's up to you. I'm fine. Let's be going. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable. I think it's all said, and I think I will hold you to that. If you end up to become the president, I think one of your first tasks that I will hold you accountable for is to make sure that law and order and the judiciary is being worked on effectively. Possibly the first task, because
I won't
without
let you
that,
down.
we're not going to be able for move on. Because some of the people in the way want for get themselves involved in participation of the development of Sierra Leone. But like you said, you cannot encourage businesses to flow or to thrive in any community that law and order does not exist. So I totally agree with you on that. So yeah, thank you very much, and it's good to having you. Over to you back, Juma.
All right. Thank you so much.
Release
Um,
honorable for make you go now.
thank you so much, T-Boy. Fast in this judiciary, we don't do more program, but the judiciary and law and order as Gem Media since 2018 to date.
Yep,
More programs on
very important.
judiciary
Well,
because T-Boy
It
says
is important. It is.
T-Boy always don't tell me say no get confidence in the system because the lawyer will for good defender, not safe na the system. So why for
thank
believe in
you.
the system? So, but anyway, thank you so much, and we wish you all the best. Congratulations again, and CRGM Media is everybody's platform. Don't just wait for us to call you. If you have things you want to talk about today, if you find out we decide we'll not talk about government, we'll not talk about schools, a whole lot of specific issues because we wanted to focus the conversation on your aspiration and broadly on which you plan for do within the party and the country. So, but if there are any issues you want to talk about, feel free to reach out. We've never asked anyone for money here, and we don't intend to do that. We're running an independent platform, because we want to give everybody a fair opportunity to do their own. It's the people's platform, so anytime, we'll work with your schedule and all of that. So thank you so much, and we wish your family the best as well. And hopefully, we will see you on December 5th. T-Boy say the fly come for car attend the event, T-Boy, don't you say tell me.
And I will not say inshallah to that deal because it's not possible.
Well, send the tickets more, send the plane tickets
Thank
more.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
£1,000, send a mobile. But thank you so much. We'll let you go. Say final
Thank you very much,
goodbye to
Honorable.
Fambulem, and you can take your leave.
And
Just
tell
tell
that young man look at that buggy next time. Oh.
no, the hamburger and I'm PA. It be just the feed and the post-it note for reminder. Say, boss man, you not say this, you not say
I
this. So now
know.
the PA. Yeah.
So like I said, I don't leave them.
Yeah.
So I've also lived the family life. So that might just show so. Anything we
Indeed.
talk about family struggles, sleepless nights, thinking about I hear hala self I feel say something don't do me picking them. I am living that life now. I'm wondering waiting if happen with me picking them, waiting if happen with me. Even me on there was a time where if anything happened to me in life, I don't care. But now I even think about why they do something. Anything I do, if I affect them picking here.
Sure.
What if something happened to me in your life now? How would they survive? How would my wife survive? I have to think about this. These are things I've lived through. So once again, thank you so much for having me. It's my pleasure. I think this is long overdue. I remember in 2018, when I take me to Parliament, I remember that day. And I pray that when I continue for grow from strength to strength, I pray that when I continue for ask the right questions, what you're doing is in the interest of the nation. It's hard for them to take time out of our schedules for put them programs here together, buy equipment and do all what they do so. At the same time, you're doing it for free. They give, I'm sure, an equal platform for everybody. There's nothing wrong for Lady Boy say I not belong or Lady Juma say I want this person or I don't want that person. But just ensure in the same spirit of unity and the same spirit of developing a nation, give everybody a level playing field. Not say, oh, I know they call this person, I know they call that person. Let the person say, no, I know they come. Let it be that you guys reached out to the people because when I get a responsibility, a civic responsibility, for not scrutinize the leaders, the people we want for lead we. So for me, this is my advice as a younger brother to owner. And I want for make una know say there's always space for me in my head for the media, whether it's traditional, whether it's social media or even the new media. I respect them. I want for ensure that if Nami God choose, I give them enough space for make they operate at the same time for making them get access to asking the questions and also access to resources. So once again, thank you very much. And to every Sierra Leonean, to every person who listen to me or we get for listen or we get for watch this program, I wish you all the best. And I call on una for una make the right decision. The right decision beyond money, beyond tribes, beyond paddy business when it comes to choosing the next leader of our nation. Because that decision we're going to take for the APC in 2026, we get for live with we for the next 13 years. Imagine put 13 more years in your life. You go down olo, you go down retire. Put 13 more years to your life of suffering. So not take today belful, today gladness, and you go and sell the APC and go and sell the nation. This is an advice to every Sierra Leonean, inside and outside salon. We sabi the one that we don't run for them positions here. Let ask the right questions. Let do your assessments before we take a decision. God bless you now. God bless Sierra Leone.
All right, thank you
Have
so
a good evening.
Have a good evening. You can sign out. Me and Tiboy will left, which we guess them. Well, family, with the watch we and with the listen. This now honorable Osman Abdal Timbo. We've been there with we live now the studio. We don't talk about aspiration for the APC and Sierra Leone, and we just spend 10 minutes and try for roundup. One for your T-boy response. On this. So, what's your take, T-boy? If you had to summarize, Honorable Timbo discussion, engagement with we today.
I don't know if you got an intention for go some side, but I'm looking at 10 minutes for you.
10 minutes, yes.
Then make I say, I don't know if you get intention for go some side, but I'm not looking at 10 minutes for you. We cannot say you use somebody in a 15 minutes plus me in a 25. So then almost minutes?
No, not 10.
25
Take
minutes. All
five
right.
minutes. You spend a
Okay, no
minute of
problem.
your
That's
10.
cool.
Yeah.
And on a very serious note, I think the interview was very much interactive. We had a lot of discussion and it covered a lot of areas that were, I feel to say, now of concern. There's been so many. We only have 3 commentators on YouTube, and Peter, welcome back again. Me and Peter don't get some quick fets on YouTube right now. But nobody
Mm,
know me, buddy. We need fets for long.
yeah. Which one are fit for?
No, left now, if you go to the YouTube, go check out. But anyway, Timbo expressed himself very well as usual. I'm not surprised. Not just as a serving lawyer, but he's somebody that has worked his ranks from grassroots to where he found himself right now in politics. So basically, not just somebody we not familiar to some of the discussion that we don't get on this platform for the past couple of years. And I believe say since after 2018 and before 2018, we don't look at what he do, the way how he comport himself in terms of his political career. But this was like not a surprise or shock, but maybe it came too soon. But again, like you say, it came too soon because 2023 was meant to be an election where APC for win. And indeed, APC win the election. But again, we see what happened. And so, bound for delay in candidacy for wait until after, because if the hope say after former leader Samura Kamara in first term 2023 going into 2028 he could serve again, then he was looking forward to put himself up for after 2028 for making himself as a political flag bearer aspirant for the party. But that all was cut short, and he don't highlight the reasons behind it, and he don't highlight some of in, I will not say manifesto, but some of the things the way it will really apply if he becomes the leader and president of 2028 election, if then choose him as from in party side for become the flag bearer. But again, the flag bearer race has been very much interesting over the past couple of months. You don't get so wave of dynamics way. Things they start high, you go low. Things they start low, you go high. So the pendulum on the political atmosphere of the flag bearer race for APC is not stable at the moment. We are looking at various different things and activities happening around. But the thing we don't touch it at all at all. Now, what happens across political party lines when I say PP? Their flag bearer race is not even spoken about. Nobody is saying nothing about it. It's like a cold war. and we
Well,
therefore can begin.
but Tiboy, remember we had a program on that where we start and we'll tell people
Yep.
and so we'll continue. But we've
Yep.
done a program, at least 2
No,
programs.
we go on Art and back again
Yeah.
anytime soon because it's very important for me to begin on Art then thing also. So we get the dynamics of both sides. So we see who are the running race candidate there already on both sides. So we begin make the assessment. Okay, who is better than the other? Who is the best of bad or two evils? Because that is what is happening right now. So the focus will be on APC because yes, we all believe and know say the next president get for be an APC candidate. So just like how President Bio Bidon Tower 2018. He say do or die anything will happen as soon as me they be the flag bearer. Anybody can they do anything for do for you or do with you because I know say the next SLPP flag bearer is automatically going to be the next president. But if you hear Timbo in analysis where the end and before he end, he make two statements away. I'm really digging deep into those statements. The one that the fact where you say, don't wait after 2026 and languish for 13 years. Jima, what did you pick up for that? Don't wait after 2026 and languish for 13 years in the wilderness
Right.
with suffering,
So,
with hardship.
yeah, so I think my own interpretation to that, now that you have to engage the process, be part of the process now, and play a part for let you get the leader of the APC where you think, say, or where you believe, say, go win the APC, the 2028 elections. So we will get a governance system where we can work for the people. I think my understanding that's what he's referring to, because if you wait until after 2026 where APC go don select them flag, elect them flag bearer, whether you like them, you don't like the person, now that person they now get for go contest for elections in 2028. And if it's a person that's not going to win the elections, then we're screwed. You know, wherein we have to be in opposition again for 5 years, maybe another 5 years, 10 years, where me think say, God forbid, Wait, like how them American say, Astafly 7 term, Astafly 7 term. Yes.
This now after for like 70 times 70.
Yes.
70 term.
God forbid the SLPP find their way for Sidom na government again. That will be the end of APC for a long time. And I'll tell you why I say this. And it's a very serious statement because people are already tired, T-boy.
Yeah.
People are
exhausted.
yeah, people are tired, exhausted, frustrated. You know, that's the feeling right now. So God forbid, imagine they were can't the elections again, offend them way by carelessness, by APC carelessness, SLPP didn't have power back. The ordinary man and woman are treat. Go remember what they eat. You not care again who that they who that lead, who that not lead. And then self we go did it back, all waiting then go remember, say, well, we don't care about the people we are here anyway. So they will just continue for do from bad to worse. That is why it is very important. The media, the politicians, the activists, the bloggers, vloggers, you know, commentators, analysts, you name it, anybody or everybody gets involved in the process now. So APC gets a few months between now and then convention term for able for understand say it's not just about who that you support, who that you like. It's about who is going to win you an elections, okay? And we can govern the country, you know, unite the country and make sure say, you know, we provide a better life for the people of Sierra Leone. That is what we need. You can have all your sentiments you want. So I think that then statement that they may understand say it they allude to.
The second one away is the do or die mentality. You carry it. Anything you carry it, you will be faced with it. I know say he mentioned say PPRC don't call different political parties and their media houses to cool down the tension or try to be civil about the way things are going. But again, you see, when people have perpetuated injustice against one another for 5, 10 years, is it right now for you to say we need to cool down or de-escalate the tension? How do you de-escalate a tension
So
that somebody has accelerated for 10 years and you want to de-escalate it now?
so
What is the
so
proportional representation in making such decision?
so the approach has not changed from the SLPP side.
No, it hasn't
They've
changed.
been very consistent
Of course.
in their strategy and approach. The APC for know that, and I believe say they don't know that now, that from President Bio to Lahayo Lawrence Lima to a whole bunch of people made statements before 2018 elections.
Mm-hmm.
When they come in governance, they continued in that trend for show violence because that's what power
They
permits.
executed it, not continued.
Exactly.
They executed it.
And then continue. You understand? Because waiting and talk and then do they say talk and do, power per mentality by force, by all means necessary. Then do that for 5 years, and they did same during the elections in 2023. Post elections, then try for see if then go stabilize things because then back down there against the wall. But that's the approach. La bell then tear get with tear want, then continue the same process. So they did that. But imagine after they signed tripartite, after a lot of things, what happens? The former chairman of the SLPP, Prince Harding, made a statement for say, then no go ever hand over power to the APC. This is the chairman of the party. Say no go ever hand over power to the APC. They go another term, now then convention and say SLPP no one day win elections.
Mm-hmm.
That means say they've always been stealing elections or then they manipulate elections. Most recently, the incoming chairman or the recent chairman, my brother Jimmy Batilo Songa, made a statement following the footsteps of Prince Harding that now we get the police, now we get the military, so 2028, now we get the elections again. Of course, Fatima Bio, the first lady, don't say similar statement them, but now they use the forceful tone way been they used before, but they say the same thing. So waiting that they continue, now waiting President Bio been talk prior to 2018 elections, say I should be seen to be calm, but una not for be calm. So in they pretend like say na the calm one, but they send them for do the havoc, cause the havoc. So then pattern not change. But one thing we're encouraging from what I hear from Honorable Timbo today and a few other aspirants, them, I think yesterday they had a meeting at the party office. Now the same line, Honorable Timbo say fire for fire. We know they start the fight. That's what he's saying. We're not saying anything, but if you start it, we will match it. Just like how the ambassador of Sierra Leone to Russia, Mohamed Yongau, been saying at London, say they will match the APC. If APC want bring FET, they will endorse it. Remember that statement? I make us say, Sergio Media, we know the information in the old night, we get here, we make reference So he said that statement. So now the same thing where Honorable Timbo said now, and I hear a few flag bearers then say the same thing. You understand that SLPP they will win the elections and then will take the power. They're not just the winner, but this time now like they're not to protect. They take the power. That's what they're saying. And you watch Honorable AKK a couple of weeks ago made similar statements for react to waiting the chairman of the All People, the SLPP, Mr. Batilo Songa, be make. So the APC don't show now say we're not scared anymore. We'll match your words. We know they start the fire, but we'll match your words and we'll react accordingly and proportionately. So if you use force, we'll use force. If you dialogue, we will dialogue. So that's that for me, that's encouraging as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think I mean two major reflection on the interview with conduct today with Honorable Timbo. I think say he don't represent himself to the fullest. He don't sell himself to the wider community, especially to the diaspora and people in Sierra Leone for say if we not elect him, then this is what you have coming. I like the last few things that we say. We do go at every individual we know they abide. From the teacher, they really take bribe, to the university lecturer, they really take sex for a pass, to the corrupt police officers, to the judiciary, and to members of parliament or the council members, then we know they do the right thing. He will go after every single one of you. And then you don't also highlight say 6334 or 5443 does not work for him. He go make sure say he change that. And converting Freetown to two different region again, he don't highlight the fact say these governments has been taking advantage of every decision made in parliament. They bulldoze on all those decisions. And this is not parliament where himself don't serve. For make him make a statement like that, it means it was not just rumor that we were hearing about governments bulldozing in certain decisions that they are taking in parliament. So if they make any of such decision for split freedom, he go make sure say he replace
the T-boy, I know say we get 4 minutes. It's painful listening to, hearing some of these things from the government sometimes, right? Because if you do a midterm census, correct? And based on your census result, you tell we say, or you report, you tell we say, Kenema is the most populous, city, in the country, in Sierra Leone, right? Then why you not go divide Kenema, but you can't divide Freetown, way less populated compared to Kenema? So I don't understand how they rationalize, or I think they believe say a lot of Sierra Leoneans are not paying attention. People forget easily or quickly. Say, what you been do, or the report we put at the midterm census supposed for inform your next action where it come for national development. Right. Supposed for inform that. But in this case, you say Kenema is the most populous, but you not divide Kenema with congested with column. They can't divide Freetown into 3 parts to achieve what? Why dividing Freetown go help you do? Like Honorable Timbo stated, you have councillors that are not getting a budget for local development, not in neighborhoods and all of that. Not to budget for let them put in their pocket, because people don't understand. The members of parliament are not actually there to do stuff for people in communities. Now the local council, then are them for bring local development to the area, then community, then village, then chiefdom, then township, that kind of thing. So that's how you trickle it down. That's how you trickle development down to the people. So if the councillors they not get budget, the way you divide them to three back, they not get forget budget. But now you can get three mayors, for example, four in the case of Western region, because you get the rural areas as well, 4 or 5, right? You can't get that. So they create more offices, more administrative expense, but actual development not they go to the people.
Yeah.
So wetin Benji they can't do differently? Is it because
Yes.
Freetown is so big that you know na make now because Freetown so big, you know, you will forget the mayor where the manager or na because the resources not they flow down? It doesn't matter whether you the seat of power in a Freetown, you're still a resident under the municipality of Freetown. You're supposed to pay your taxes. You're supposed to pay every city rate or whatever building you get there. You pay all this money. You give them budget for let them do them things. Then, but councillors get what? Stipend of 500,000, 1 million, not more than 2 million euros. Then councillor they always see the go fed so them sitting allowance not pass 2 million euros a month or for every sitting we then get. You know, so you not give them portfolio for develop. The small sort of way you did T-boy, the local councils, right? You have your councillors for each ward, right? You have your housing associations, they have their community council meetings where you go get police, the health sector, NHS, the this, the that, service providers, where they come there. Now that meeting, they ask questions. If you want to move one stone from this place to Obayanda, you get the process where you go through for let you involve the local councillor and the other people that way matter for let you move that stone there. You need just grab because you want to go move the stone. Because the councillor gets power now in locality. When you get an issue for do anything, you dey go to a local councillor.
Now they
When
first
you
to
get
start.
your housing problem, who say you dey go? You dey go straight to your MP? No, you go to your councillor.
You go to
Your
your
councillor,
councillor first. Your
yeah,
councillor escalate on to the to the mayor, sometimes mayor, or you
right.
escalate and also your MP. So you get like a
MP
very different levels the way the
levels them. So and
yeah
then they all you know housing officers, just like how
yeah.
members of parliament they provide oversight. Now so the Southwark Council answerable to the councillors. The people
Yeah.
that really work at the different departments and directorates, you know, then therefore answer if they know can't pick dirty now, so then therefore can't talk why they need pick dirty, then they call them because they approve the budget for the local council. So you see, it's as simple as that. It's not about, you know, dividing all these places and creating, you know, political kind of boundaries because you think so you get more support now Kuntolo, so you want to make mayor for Kuntolo. You will still lose if you have to lose. You lose.
Yeah, but that's true because getting a mayor na controller winner, you mayor, no be
Eh,
guarantee say the win day
exactly.
because
So
it's just
you
an individual.
now individual, you now the same people live na Freetown. It's still gonna be Freetown. Freetown West,
Yeah.
Freetown East, Freetown North. It does not
Yep.
matter. Provide development for the people. Let what is supposed to happen happen. As simple as that. Anyway, over to you and let we round up. We don't
All
go
right.
two
Well, I want to
minutes
say
over
thank
with
you
time.
to viewers them for joining us for today's program. We they hope for continue with the dialogue for bringing in various different flag bearer aspirant them for APC. But I think we get for invite the discussion on SAPB flag bearer aspirant them back as well because initially we open up with them two political parties so and then we highlight names of people that will fit this in a potential. Yes, those names are still coming up on both sides. And we see say the SFPP side is a bit dormant for now, but then they can Cold War force fighting themselves underneath the surface with people in the sea. But it's good to get all of those discussions online. It's good to get all of those discussions so that people can participate and give their opinion and views on how or why they think these are the relevant individuals that should take up office come 2028, either for APC or for SLPP. But I want to say thank you once more for joining us, and we hope say we will get Tuna back again anytime soon for another edition of How the Go inside the Republic. And I want to say kudos to with two major participants and we've been there online on YouTube, and say kudos to all the rest of una waiting on Facebook. We go read some of the comments them. I mean, we don't read some of the comments them on Facebook, but not on YouTube, because there was a personal battle on YouTube. So basically, I don't want to forget that battle, but you can go read them for yourself. So thank you once more for watching, and over to you, Juma.
Thank you so much, Fambulem. We appreciate you all. Please, we encourage you now for like and subscribe to the channel STEM. And we hope for joining again, hopefully next week on another edition of How They Go Inside the Republic. And please stay tuned. Send us topic. And if you have issues that you strongly want to talk about, contact us and we'll find a way to discuss those issues. Thank you so much, everyone, and God bless you all. Good night.
Juma, I just want to send one appeal to we subscribers on YouTube and Facebook. Please, if you haven't followed us on Facebook, please follow us. If you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel and you are watching us now, please subscribe to the YouTube channel so we can grow it even more and get more people able to be part of this conversation. So thank you once more again for that appeal. If we can actually make the appeal, then I would say thank you and congratulations. Thank you, everyone.